G'day everyone, welcome to the Bothy. I'm Chris.
G'day, I'm Al.
Yesterday, mate, I read a story that I had to reread because I thought it was so ridiculously unbelievable that it couldn't be true. And then you do some Googling and you'd read it as well.
And it's true.
It's true, mate.
It's true.
So for those that don't know, Shell Oil are being sued for causing climate change.
Unbelievable, mate. The thing is, how do they expect to win? Or is it just keep on suing until some judge comes up on their side?
Well, they only need one left judge and we've got a problem. So the survivors of Super Typhoon Ray, locally known as Odette, in the Philippines are suing Shell Oil for propelling the climate catastrophe with knowledge of the risks that they were undertaking. They did it on purpose, mate. Well, they knew what they were doing. This is the first major transnational lawsuit seeking personal and property damages from an oil and gas company after recent rulings in Germany and at the International Court at The Hague acknowledge that states and organisations need to take responsibility for climate change.
But how can they just say it's Shell?
Yeah.
What about all the other millions of bloody huge companies that like produce vast amounts of carbon dioxide and put it into the atmosphere? It's like, how can you just pigeonhole Shell for like this atrocity? How can they say that what Shell done caused a typhoon? There is no proof.
I think Shell are the major refinery in that region.
But there's typhoons there all the time.
There are, mate. Not as many as you think, actually. And they haven't grown in the last 15 years.
No, because they've been trying to sell them that, climate change is causing worse typhoons. And it's just bullshit.
At the end of the day, though, you're right. They'll pick on Shell and they might lose. But then they'll go and pick on someone else. And eventually, like you said, they'll
win one
a judge
eventually.
that will get it. The case is both a call for climate justice and systemic accountability to make polluters pay and reclaim the Filipinos' people's right to a balanced and healthy ecology. Then you start to get nervous because this case will be heard in the UK.
Why the UK, not the Philippines?
Shell are based in the UK and the lawyers that are suing them are based in the UK. And we'll get to the other reason why it's in the UK in a minute. So now if I'm Shell, maybe I'm a little bit worried because if there's a left-leaning country at the moment, other than Australia, it's the UK.
Definitely.
They go on to say that this is community-led action. So how are they funding it, mate? How are the millions of dollars required to sue Shell? Even if costs are reported, you still got to spend the millions in the first place. How are these people from the Philippines
So they're getting backing from some bloody lunatic billionaire?
So on the surface, it's being funded by Greenpeace, the Legal Rights and Natural Resources Centre, and the Philippine Movement for Climate Justice, as well as the UK's Uplift.
Who owns Uplift?
Uplift are a charitable organisation. They get a lot of their funding from Greenpeace and those types of organisations. On the Uplift website, they claim that the UK urgently need to phase out oil and gas drilling to stay within safe climate limits. Yet despite having renewable resources in abundance, the UK remains Europe's second largest oil and gas producer. Their biggest backer? The Bezos Foundation.
Bezos. Is it
Jeffrey?
It's
not Jeffrey. The foundation was established by Mike and Jackie Bezos, his parents.
They're just as evil.
The foundation focuses on improving the education and opportunities for young people from birth through to young adulthood and supplying money for supporting climate lies, honestly.
You know what? They try to sell this shit all the time by say we're for the young people, we're for this. We know it's a fucking pack of lies.
Exactly right.
It's like, fuck off.
The UK's Housefield Lawyers is handling the case. Now, they're a global legal firm that specialises in legal action for damages. They are known for being innovative and pioneering. In other words, they take the rules, the laws, and they twist them around to suit their purposes. They specialise in pursuing cases on behalf of those affected by climate change. They often do this by blending environmental, human rights, and consumer law into their case. They represented one of your favourite people.
Oh, Greta Thunberg.
And others in a complaint to the UN on the rights of a child against 5 countries for those countries failing to protect children from climate change.
Protect the children.
I wonder what 5 countries they were.
Fucking
Need to look it up. But there's got to be real money behind this, mate, because again, Greenpeace, Uplift, they're not coming up with the millions of pounds required to get this in front of the British courts.
Don't you think, though, all this shit that they're doing, they're focusing on Shell. They might focus on friggin' BP next. They might focus on another, like Caltex or whatever, whoever owns that. Don't you think they just try to put the frighteners on these people
Absolutely.
just so they can get a little bit of kickback?
Yeah,
and it'll be like, I tell you what, make this go away.
And they're trying to get settlements. They're also trying to tie up their time in court action. It's going to cost Shell millions of dollars to defend. Whatever it's going to cost the Filipinos or whoever's backing them, it will cost Shell a lot more, right? So there's got to be real money behind this, right? Because NGOs aren't stumping up the millions, mate.
Yeah.
So can we please put our hands together for a very special person, Sir Christopher Hon, British billionaire, hedge fund manager, and philanthropist. I like that saying.
Of course.
Through his hedge fund called the Children's Investment Fund, profits are apportioned to his charitable foundation, the Children's Investment Fund Foundation. The children, mate.
It's all about
Someone
the children.
think of the children. He disperses and commits over $1 billion per year to organisations such as Uplift, Greenpeace, and the like. He founded the Say on Climate initiative, which pushes companies to produce yearly climate plans and disclose their carbon emissions. That allows shareholders to vote on these strategies at annual general meetings. His foundations fund clean energy projects and work to take carbon out of the power sector. That is his driving ambition. Now, here's some more interesting facts on our friend Sir Christopher Hon. He doesn't eat meat.
Wow. There's a shock.
He's evil to me already.
Yep.
He's a hedge fund owner. He's a yogi, which means he does a lot of yoga. He's a climate activist. He's a billionaire. He's a mastermind. He's not kindly thought of for his approach to business, described as ruthless, demanding, aggressive, and a bruising boardroom brawler. So that's where the money comes from. Someone who has allowed their personal beliefs to rule their head and inflict their will on everyone else who doesn't agree with him.
So basically, he's the that wants what he wants.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
And he's got the money to make it happen. The lawsuit marks the latest step in a wider international movement to assign responsibility to major companies for climate change. A German court in May ruled that firms could, in principle, be held responsible for the harm caused by their emissions, fueling hopes that other countries would follow suit. And, of course, The Hague then did in August, September, I think, and now here we go. Shell, God bless them, dismissed the lawsuit as a baseless claim, with a spokesman saying it will not help tackle climate change or reduce emissions. And it won't. It's grandstanding.
Yep.
It's to tie Shell up. It's ridiculous, mate.
Yep. They're going after them. Like you say, they're going to go after someone else until they actually get what they want.
Yep. They'll just keep going.
Do you think perhaps Shell haven't been forthcoming with their kickbacks to this guy in Greenpeace or whatnot, and this guy's come after them?
Maybe.
Who knows what happens in big business?
If these people were real greenies, they would be working with that industry to help reduce emissions. Instead, they're so hell-bent on pushing their own agenda that they just want that whole other industry to disappear.
Yeah. It can't. The thing is, it can't disappear.
No, it can't.
If we stop producing carbon-based fuels, we'll go back to the Stone Age, mate.
We will, mate. Yeah.
Well, that'll be
we'll
like
on the sun. When the sun goes down, we'll go to bed.
I'll be sitting there holding hands around a fire singing Kumbaya. It's like, fuck's sake, come on, guys.
At the end of the day, this guy is using his money to drive an agenda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether he's got investments in renewable projects.
Oh, must have.
But he must have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing surer.
So what do you think, mate?
He's trying to, on the outside, he's trying to look like he's out for the little people, out for the children. But really, if he was, you know what I mean? If he was, but he was just a little bit twisted, I wouldn't mind. But how many billionaires actually look like they are for the children?
Yeah.
Or for taking children to some fucking island somewhere and doing whatever they want?
All right, everyone, let us know what you think. Is this the most ridiculous story you've ever heard? It's one of the most ridiculous stories I've ever heard. And I can't wait to see them lose and lose and lose and continue losing, because all they're trying to do is disrupt the lives of everybody else around the world.
Yeah. It's only going to affect
us
and people poorer than us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Thanks, everyone. Let us know what you think.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See ya.